Good morning. We are finally home. I was in New Hampshire over the weekend. Today's Wednesday, the 15th. Celebrating my great uncle's birthday, my uncle's birthday, my cousin's birthday, and my birthday. Which the actual celebration and everything was really fun. It was really fun to see my mom's family. I do not see them very often, unlike my dad's family, who get together as much as possible and have a designated Milligan week every year, which I will actually be leaving for next week. My mom's family is very spread out. There's a lot of drama, infighting, so we don't really get together very often, but it was really fun to see everyone. Everything else was not fun. The drive up on Friday night was a bit miserable. We picked my uncle up and he was already completely trashed. Had an entire 12 pack of beer, allegedly. Could barely string a sentence together. You could not understand because he was slurring so much. We had to stop like 5 times so that he could go to the bathroom. And this is like only a 3.5 hour drive. Yeah, very entertaining. And then we get there, and we all realized that the condo that we had booked so that we didn't have to stay at my uncle's house was about half the size we expected it to be. The entryway, kitchen, and living room in this apartment, in this condo, could have fit in my kitchen. Both bedrooms and bathrooms could have fit in my living room. It was a teeny tiny itty bitty. Very much a shoebox, and it had, again, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and was like probably half the square footage of my apartment, because I have a bedroom, a hallway, a big kitchen, a big living room, and I had to share a bunk bed with my mother, which was very uncomfortable. The first night I felt like Goldilocks. The first night I was at my drunkle, as we started calling him, literally slept outside at my great uncle's house, so like whatever, we didn't have to worry about him. So there's only 4 full-grown adults in this tiny apartment instead of 5. I was able to sleep on the pull-out couch, and then the next night he was with us, so I had to sleep on the top bunk of this bunk bed with my mother, which I did not feel well. I had a really bad migraine. We'd been eating foods that like I don't normally eat, so I felt really sick. I was very overstimulated from, all of the interaction, and everyone's touching you. It's really hot out. And, I'm someone that's used to, even if I'm out and about with lots of people, being able to come home to my own space and sort of unwind and not have to interact with others, which, first world problem, but I was really struggling, because I couldn't turn off my social battery. It just kept draining, despite the fact that I was in the negative by the time I got back, on top of just feeling absolutely horrible. I just felt like I was gonna throw up all night. Didn't sleep. We woke up the next day, and also my mom kept pushing. I know she's my mom, and I think she does it because she cares, but it doesn't feel like that when she's doing it. It just feels like she's trying to pick a fight, because like she can tell that I'm not with it. I'm not really okay, that like something is wrong, but none of it is anything she can fix. This isn't an issue that needs to be fixed. This is not a problem that needs to be fixed, and she very much thinks that overstimulation or anything like that is like, it's a problem and she can fix it, and it doesn't work like that. And so she just kept pushing and kept pushing. Also, I hit my head on this bunk bed or on the ceiling at least 9 times. Which just like added to the overstimulation, and I was just, anyone who is neurodivergent understands what I mean. And so then we wake up the next morning, I'm exhausted. Also, I wake up early, especially when I'm on vacation and I'm not sleeping. When the clock hits when my phone hits 6 o'clock, I'm like, yeah, it's an acceptable time to wake up now. Which is a good 2 hours before anyone else is gonna wake up. Which means that like I have to like really quietly make coffee and then just leave. I can't stay in there. It's a shoebox, so I had to leave, and I ended up just going outside and hanging out in a little padded area above the pool that this facility had. And I just sat there for a couple hours until 8 o'clock rolled around, and I felt like someone might be awake. And then, nobody knew what we were doing on Sunday. I ended up getting very, very burned because I did not know we would be spending the entire day outside. And then we get back. My sister and her fiance left Saturday night, and I don't know why, it was Sunday night, and I don't know why we couldn't leave Sunday night. My mom insisted that we stay a third night. And I finally got a room to myself. I was on a bunk bed. However, like at that point, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna sleep. And my mom's like, well, what about this? Well, you can have no. It has nothing to do with any of that. I'm uncomfortable. I'm overstimulated. I want to go home. I'm not going to sleep well. It is what it is. It's not a problem you can fix. It's just, I'll sleep when I get home tomorrow. And I could tell that she was like very upset that like I was struggling, but not upset because I was struggling, because, oh, her daughter is struggling, like that's upsetting. No, she was upset because I wasn't conforming to her idea of what the weekend would be, which is very frustrating. She just assumed that everyone would be perfectly fine. And it's like, well, we're all a little different. Even my sister was stressed, and that's why she wanted to leave Sunday night. So we get back on Monday. My mom throws a fit about having to leave super early on Monday. And by super early, it was 7 o'clock. That's not super early. She was complaining about having to get up at 6 to pack the car and go. She didn't have to. She could have gotten up at like 6:30 and done it. Like we could have done it the night before and whatever. So we leave right on time, and the alarm, the like thing says, well, we'll get there at 10:45. And I'm like, yeah, great, awesome. Or 10:30, I think it said at the very beginning. See, we could have just waited a half hour. And I was like, no, I wouldn't have felt comfortable. We've had this conversation. I don't think it's worth having again. We're already in the car on our way. And so then we hit some traffic. We have to pull over multiple times for my uncle to pee. My mom wants to stop for coffee. We're moving and we're cruising, but we get stuck behind some big trucks because we're in a big farming community. And lo and behold, it's 10:50 by the time we actually get into town. And then my mom wants to drop my uncle off. Again, I had factored all of this stuff in to us leaving at 7 because I wanted to be home at around 11:15 so that I could pack my stuff for work and leave and get to work by noon without having to rush around to do it. And so we drop so by the time I get home, it's 11:10 at exactly the time I planned on getting there. And my mom's like, well, see, we made it in plenty of time. Yes, because we left early. If we had left at the time you wanted to get here, we wouldn't be getting home until 12. Anyway, she's never going to admit I was right about that, but it is what it is, and I don't need to hear it because I know it. But I know I'm complaining a lot about this. All in all, it was a fun weekend. And all of the issues that we had were things that I knew were going to be issues going in. I knew I was not going to be sleeping very well. I brought extra coffee. I knew that I wasn't going to be very comfortable and that I would be sharing, that I wasn't going to have a lot of downtime. I knew all of that going in. So this was a reaction that I anticipated, that I was more than capable of coping through. Also, I realized like 15 minutes into our drive that I had forgotten my headphones, which I think just added another level of irritation because I didn't have any headphones. Couldn't drown out my drunkle, but it was fine. Everything turned out fine. Will I ever do that again? No. I will absolutely be driving myself up when I'm ready to drive up, because I had to leave work early for this, and then we ended up leaving at the same time we would have if I had just stayed at work till I was scheduled, which was a little annoying. So I would just drive up after work, and I would leave when I wanted to leave. So I think next time I just need to drive myself. And then if I really need to, I can just sleep in the fucking car. So life goes on. I'm very happy to be home though. I didn't get a chance to like really be home on Monday because I went straight to work. But when I got home that night, I accidentally did sleep in on Tuesday morning because we got home on Monday. I had to work at 8:30 on Tuesday. And I definitely did not get out of bed until 7:50. I was racing around, which was my own fault. I set all of the alarms. I woke up to all of the alarms. I just was like really enjoying being in my own bed and sort of lost track of time. So my solution was, because I only had to work till 5 yesterday, on Tuesday, I just went to bed nice and early because I'm trying to recoup some of the sleep I lost. And I woke up at exactly the same time today as I did yesterday without an alarm. Annoying. So maybe 6 o'clock is my new wake up time, which kind of turns out pretty good because I'll be going to New Jersey next weekend. And I'll be there for a week. So maybe I just need to, and I'll be waking up early when I'm there anyway, so like, it doesn't really matter. And that's primarily because I do wake up early when I'm on vacation. 1, because I'm probably not sleeping well. And 2, because I don't want to waste a second of my vacation. And I don't think other people think like that. I think people think vacation and they sleep in and they sort of relax, but I'm not like that. When I was in Florida, I woke up at 6 o'clock every day. And it's simply because I don't want to waste a single second of my vacation. Why sleep in when I can wake up at 6, be perfectly fine? Also, I think it helps me fall asleep the night before that night if I like wake up early. When I'm on vacation, I think I have more time to wear myself out. So by 11 o'clock at night, I'm exhausted and I'll fall asleep. Even if that sleep is not 100% restful. At least I'm getting those hours in. Whatever. So it is now time that we've unpacked from the last trip to start planning and packing for this next trip. I'm gonna throw up. Excuse me. So I think last year I brought my I have a small, medium, and large bag. I have my small carry-on suitcase. And then I have my extra small overnight gym bag, weekender bag. I have my carry-on suitcase, which is what I brought with me on this weekend trip, and that was because I had to bring a bunch of extra stuff. I had to bring food stuff, drink stuff, towels and stuff. I just had to bring a lot of extra stuff with me for that. And I knew that I'd probably be bringing back more than I was going with, so I did leave a little extra room, which turned out working perfectly because my sister left her towel, so I'll bring that to her in Sea Isle. I got a couple little gifts, so there was room for that. Then I have my sort of medium large, it's a large bag, but it's not as large as my large one. And that's a duffel bag. And it's a square duffel bag. And then I have my massive rolling duffel bag. I don't think I'm gonna bring that with me. I'm gonna try and get it all in my carry-on suitcase. That might be a little ridiculous, but I was able to fit everything in that carry-on suitcase for Florida. We were in Florida for a week, and I ended up with more stuff than I think I needed. But I didn't have to bring a towel with me. I think I can get it all in that carry-on suitcase. And then I'll just bring, because I packed food and stuff in my carry-on, in my little suitcase for New Jersey, or for New Hampshire. So I think for New Jersey, I'll just bring a bag. I'll just bring my little shopping bag, and I'll put the drinks and food and stuff that I want to bring just in there. I think that's going to be the easiest solution. I don't have to bring sheets. I do have to bring a bath towel and a beach towel, but that should be fine in my carry-on. And I have to bring, I'll probably just bring full-sized bath products. I don't think it's worth it to like buy more unless I already have them. I do have some travel size stuff that I'll bring, but I'm only gonna bring it because I have it. And I'll buy, and then for the rest of it, I'm just gonna bring full size products that I already have, especially for like hair products and stuff. I'm just gonna bring the stuff I usually use, my my full size products, because I'll need them. And then I have to get a new face sunscreen. And then I should probably get one extra bottle of regular spray sunscreen for my body. What else? And I think that's it. I might grab some more athletic non-alcoholic beer. The problem is I think that's what was making my stomach upset, which I've never had an issue with that before, but maybe it was because of how hot it was. So maybe that's not the best option. But they do have a Cerveza one that's sort of like a Corona. So I may try that one. And then I'll probably get more pineapple punch additive, because I do like to spritz that in there and make like a pineapple ale sort of situation. So good. I had it last night because I had one more athletic left and I just needed to finish it. I did not open that well. Let's see. We're on our second cup of coffee already. I didn't make a pot. I'm just using K-Cups because I have some left over from my trip and I want to use them. I should probably I'm gonna bring one thing of K-Cups with me to Sea Isle. And maybe some of my Shameless gummies. I think Target sells the big pack, and I may get some of those. I don't really want to have to buy the individual ones, but we'll see. Because I think they're like $2 for the individual ones, and then the big bag is like $7, and I'd rather just get the $7-8 big one than pay like $2 per. Plus they're really good and I like them. What else should I bring? I don't know. I could bring pancake mix, a small thing of pancake mix, and make pancakes for everyone one day. because I do wake up before everyone. Also, there's, sorry, I'm yapping. My cousin Shannon is bringing her boyfriend again, Javon. They came last year. There was a little bit of drama, and that was primarily surrounding his bizarre treatment of her. But I did find out from my stepmom a couple weeks ago, Kelly, that on Father's Day weekend, that apparently Javon, when they were talking, Shannon was asking if she could come to Sea Isle or not, and that Javon was coming. Shannon was like, oh, Javon wants to know if Marissa's coming. And Kelly's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Why? And apparently I'm Javon's favorite. I don't know why. I mean, we both love reading. We both love books. So we were talking about books a lot. We both liked puzzles, and there was a puzzle at the house that we were doing. We did have similar interests, and I think maybe that's why. Maybe he just thought that I was. Also, I think I was the most open-minded about him, and or better at hiding it. Although maybe that's just because I'm a customer service worker, and I talk to people that make me ask questions all the time. But I didn't dislike him. I guess maybe I didn't dislike him. He has his quirks like everyone else, but I thought it was really funny that he needed to know if I was coming. And we both found out that Shark Week will be taking place while we're there. So I think we'll be watching that together. My dad literally sent me a text going, oh, guess what's happening when we're at Sea Isle? And I'm like, what? And he goes, Shark Week. It's finally back on Sea Isle Week, because it hasn't been happening during Sea Isle for a couple of years. But it used to happen on that week, every year when I was little. But I think they changed the schedule. So it's finally happening on Sea Isle Week. And my dad was joking about how they were never going to see me at the beach because I was going to be watching it. And I made the joke. I was like, no, you'll see me because the new stuff doesn't get posted until the nighttime. And my dad thought that was hilarious. Plus I can just stream it on my phone from the beach like a normal person. Because I think it's probably on Disney Plus, because Disney Plus owns Discovery. So I bet all the new stuff will be released on there. God, I'm so excited. So excited. I should break out. I mean, maybe I can find I don't know if I still have it, but I used to have a Jaws, a bathing suit. It looked like the Jaws movie poster with the shark coming up in the red Jaws. It was just like a one-piece bathing suit, but I don't know if I have that anymore. I'm gonna guess not, because it's not in my bathing suit bag, but maybe I can secure another one. I'm sure Amazon has one. Maybe Walmart has some Shark Week stuff, or I can just go to like TJ Maxx or something. They have funky stuff, because I fit kids clothes, so I might just be able to find a kids one. That's annoying, but you know what? That's not annoying, because kids clothes are cheaper. All right, gonna finish making my breakfast. I don't feel like yapping anymore. Goodbye.